So, what's up everyone? I know I haven't posted in a minute. I've just been pretty busy, like school's crazy. There's a lot of stuff that I'm working on right now. I'm trying to get into a master's program next year. It's just a lot. I haven't been home in going on 10 months now. But yeah, it's been crazy. I don't even know where to start right now. Chelsea is trying to send me into an early grave. I swear to God, I do not know what is going on. Before the season started, it was all good. Like, everything was positive. I thought transfer window in the bag. Once again, Roman Abramovich releases the wallet. Let's go of the billions. Let's go of the millions. Marina doing her thing with the great deals. We got Petr Cech in there. I feel like the structures right now are perfect and are put in place for Chelsea to succeed. So then obviously this whole COVID thing has been going on and nobody's really had a preseason, which I'm tired of that being used as an excuse, first of all, because y'all knew the season was going to start. So why is it that you are not ready? You're professional footballers. You should be training. The coaches should be helping out. Everyone should be on game, because I feel like it's not an excuse, first of all. So I don't want to hear it from any team about preseason this, preseason that. No, you should be ready. You know the day season starts and you know you should be fit. You should make a plan. I don't care. Match fitness or not, you should at least be fit and ready to go for the season. So yeah, as I said, transfer season, and then okay, of course, Chelsea goes. First game was a little shaky. Very, very shaky actually, in fact. But we managed to pull in a solid 3-1 win against a decent Brighton side. And I was thinking, okay, no, this is good. But then after that, we got the 3 points and everything was all good. We knew the performance was bad, but it's all right. We can continue to move. Then it all went downhill. So many things right now are going wrong at Chelsea Football Club. I do not understand why. Actually, let me start off with the positives, because let me start off with the positives, then I'll get onto the negatives. The first positive that I want to say, that I want to actually mention, Timo Werner. He is what he is. He is the man that he thinks he is. And for me, he's going to be an integral part of Chelsea's future right now, because the way he plays, that's where football is going. That's where the strikers are moving towards. We're moving towards strikers who have pace, strikers who can run in behind. You know, we're no longer relying on a pure number 9 who can hold the ball up, for example, Drogba, and just get a lot of goals using their strength more than their pace or their dribbling ability. So I think Timo Werner right now, he got his first goal against Tottenham. It was a very good goal. He's finally got his first goal for Chelsea in the actual season. I must say that I'm happy for him, and I'm happy with what I've been seeing so far, and I'm sure we're going to get a lot more goals from him. So I'm really proud of that. Another one that I want to mention is Kai Havertz. Kai Havertz seems to be settling in well. He got a hat-trick. I know it was against a weaker side, but that's what he should do. If you're playing against a weaker side and you're a top player, you should dominate. And he got a hat-trick. He's got a couple assists. So statistics-wise, please, no one compare Kai Havertz to Jesse Lingard, or I don't know who else you want to compare him to. I don't even want you to compare him to Bruno, because you can tell that Kai Havertz is quality, and we're going to see some more from those two. So right now, obviously, Pulisic and Ziyech injured still, but hopefully they can recover, come back soon, because we really need them to come back. So, as I mentioned, the signings we made this season, perfect. We got a goalkeeper, we got 2 defenders, although I'm not entirely convinced by Thiago Silva, but we got 2 defenders. Yes, before I actually forget to mention Ben Chillwell, he got his first official start for Chelsea in the league. Against Tottenham, Had a good game, came off at about 60-70 minutes. I was really happy with his performance. He's also going to be a very, very good player for us. I feel like him and Pulisic are going to be key in our attack, and that link-up is going to be amazing. So, positive start for those 3 guys right now. We're still yet to see Thiago Silva at his best, but hopefully it'll come. Moving on to the negatives. I actually don't know where to start because there's so many negatives. Like, my head is going crazy. Like, tonight, like, I was chilling. It's actually midnight right now. It's literally midnight in America right now. And literally, like, I'm getting riled up even more. I was actually, like, chilled, but now I'm like, I was actually watching, I watch a lot of football YouTube channels, and I was actually watching Football Terrace. And the amount of ranting and anger that was there on that channel, I was like, wow, I thought I was mad, but nah. Yo, go watch Football Terrace. Trust me, you will see the worst in Chelsea fans right now. But yeah, the Chelsea fan base right now is being tortured. We're being tortured day in, day out, weekend in, weekend out. You know, the hardest thing for me is I live in America now, right? Originally from South Africa, but yeah. Basically, do you know what time I wake up to watch a Chelsea game? Sometimes I wake up at 6 a.m., 7:30 a.m. just to watch Chelsea. 7:30 a.m. just to watch a football game on a weekend after a week of school, like being busy doing all these things. And I have to wake up at 6 a.m. on a Saturday or a Sunday to watch Chelsea. And guess what I have to watch? I have to watch Alonso starting left back in a back four for Chelsea Football Club. I have to watch him back passing headers to who knows where. I have to watch Kepa still starting in a Chelsea jersey after the dreadful season he's had. Like, I even said it on Twitter. Play Johnny Sins, bruh. I want Johnny Sins on the pitch. If I have to choose between Johnny Sins and Kepa, I'm taking Johnny Sins. I don't care. Like, why? Why? Imagine you go to sleep, you wake up to see Kepa starting at 6 a.m. I just don't understand the logic, right? And like, I really defended Kepa in the beginning because I felt like the defense was letting him down. But after a while, you could tell that it just isn't working for him. Maybe a loan would work out better, or Mendy coming in would give him an opportunity to fight for his place and not be so comfortable. 70 million for what? I do not know. Waste of money. I think we got played. I think we got screwed. Kind of like the Harry Maguire situation at Man United. Also another Banter FC club. But yeah, we're turning into Banter FC right now. And it's sad to say this, but we are. I'm really, really happy we got Mendy. I actually didn't really know much about him before he came to Chelsea. But from the first game I've watched him play, I can already tell that he's going to be a decent keeper. He's going to be at least better than what we have at the moment. And I have to shout out Johnny Sins. Like, he's been holding it down for us. So I can't complain about him. And he's a second choice anyway. So the expectations aren't that high. As I was saying, I have to wake up at 6 a.m. to watch Marcos Alonso start at left back passing headers like it's training. Actually, you don't even do that in training. Like, he's playing in his own backyard. I don't know what else I can say about this guy. I must say, his best years at Chelsea are past him. Under Antonio Conte in the back five, well done. He was basically a winger, and he was doing well, but it's time to go. Like, I'm sorry. It is what it is. This is football. It's a business, and we want to win. And for now, Marcos Alonso is not what we need, and I thank God that Chillwell is back. I hope he stays fit and manages to do the job for us, right? Next thing that I want to talk about actually is Andreas Christensen. What is he doing still starting for Chelsea after a dreadful season last season? I don't know how many chances this guy has gotten, but he's still starting. He even got a red card and immediately starts the next game. Where's the logic? What has he done to deserve that starting spot? Someone please explain to me. I feel like Tomori was doing well last season, and then everyone was like, oh, we're waiting for Rudiger to come back. He came back. What did he do? Cost us games. He should also be loaned out or on his way out, or we should cash in, because I'm not impressed by what I saw anyway. So I don't know why Christensen is still playing. Tomori is quick, he's tall, he's strong, and he's young, so he's hungry. And I feel like he should be playing. a lot more than these two other defenders that I just mentioned. Obviously, Thiago Silva just came in, so can't really talk much about him, but we know his record. So that's all we can live by right now until we see more from him. But why is Tomori not playing more? And why is Christensen playing ahead of him? This is Chelsea Football Club. I don't expect such to be happening. And something needs to be done. I'm fine with Christensen being a backup. But telling me that what was that rugby tackle? What was that? Tell me, bruh. Like, if you have to commit a professional foul as a defender, do it. Take one for the team. Take a yellow card. But why go and wrap your hands around a player like it's rugby or football? This is not the NFL, bruh. If he wants to go to the NFL, tell him to come to America. There's no NFL in England. This is not rugby, mate. You tackle a person, you're an experienced defender, bruh. Tackle him properly and take the professional foul. It's fine, we understand it. You can't always be perfect. But what are you doing wrapping your hands around someone's shoulders and like waist? Come on, bruh. Like, come on. I don't have to say much anymore about that. I don't want to talk about a defense. Our defense has been trash. I said it last season, the worst Chelsea defense I've seen ever since I started watching football. And I thought it would be better, but it's actually continuing. And I do not know what needs to happen for it to be fixed. But I'm going to pray to God that Thiago Silva and Chillwell can somehow restore some sanity into that defense, and Mendy as well, because we've been struggling. Moving on to, I know there's a lot of controversy about this guy right now, but I have to speak about him because I really am confused at what's going on at Chelsea. Just on a player's perspective, okay, I know there's guys that are injured, right? Why is Odoi not playing as a winger? Like, the first time he actually played a full game was Tottenham, and he's playing on the right. First of all, we all know his best position is at left wing, and I always come on to this guy. I know that a lot of people think I hate him. I don't. I think from juniors, he's definitely been a talent. I think he hasn't seen his best yet, and a major part of that is because of the injury he had. It was a serious injury and he was out for long, and I understand that. And that's why I've given him a pass. But this season, I'm watching him like a hawk. I am onto him, and I will give criticism where it's due and I will give credit where it's due. But at the same time, we also have to look at the facts. Hudson-Odoi hasn't been playing when both our first choice wingers are injured, and he's the only winger pretty much because Willian's gone, Pedro's gone. So why isn't he playing? Why are they playing Mount at wing and playing Werner at wing? It doesn't make sense. Okay, I understand. You play Werner at wing, you play Tammy or Giroud at striker. Fine, I get that. Because obviously Pulisic is injured. But why then go and bench Odoi and then play Mount on the wing? Actually, I don't even know what position Mount plays, to be honest. But I feel like Odoi is one of those players that, as much as I don't like him right now, I feel like either you play him if you have the opportunity to play him, or you send him out on loan. But what you're doing to him right now is destroying his confidence. I've heard he's been working hard. I heard he has a personal trainer, and for which originally I would have thought he already had one, because I feel like a professional sportsman at that level should have a personal trainer. Like, I don't understand why that's being made a big deal. Like, you should have a personal trainer. You're a professional footballer. So I don't understand why that's being made a big deal. But this guy wants to play for Chelsea. Like, he really wants to be a star. And this whole playing him for 5 minutes, and then next game you're putting him on in the second half, and then he's playing well, and then you go ahead and bench him the next game. Like, it doesn't make sense, especially when both our starting wingers are injured. Why? Second of all, Mason Mount. I have never really been impressed by him, to be fair. I don't think he doesn't really have strength. He doesn't have pace. He's not really a creative player. Like, what position is he? Is he an 8? Is he a 10? He's not a winger. So he doesn't really create. Like, he can't do what Kai Havertz does, for example. Like, pretty much all he has is a good eye for goal, and he can press. And I do not understand why Lampard is playing him game in, game out. Every single weekend, 90 minutes. I don't know why. Like, I don't know if Lampard thinks this is a championship or what, but I'm sorry. I love Mason Mount and what he's about, but as a player, personally, he wouldn't be a first choice starter at Chelsea Football Club. Certainly not for me. Like, I'm sorry. I know there's a lot of people who are going to get on me for this. I don't have an agenda. I've just never seen that brilliance that everyone else is currently seeing. Yes, he'll score a goal now and then. He'll press, he'll work hard. He basically does what the coach wants, like in terms of like pressing and like running. That's it. But for example, against Tottenham, what did he do? What was he doing there? Nobody can tell me what he did. And that pass he was supposed to make to Werner, what was that? Passing straight to Dyer when we need a goal to finish the game off. Personally, I don't want to see Mount in that starting lineup any longer. I am sick of it. And like, I really hope Frank Lampard stops with this, because Frank Lampard is going to get fired for being sentimental to these players. It's time. He needs to be ruthless. Like, you cannot look at Jose Mourinho. We saw in the Tottenham reality series, the one All or Nothing, talking about how Dele Alli doesn't work hard. Where is Dele Alli now? Literally a couple weeks, months after it's been released, he spoke about it, and look at where Dele Alli is now. That's what you call being ruthless. When a player doesn't do what you want, when a player doesn't hold up their end of the bargain and meet your expectations as a coach, and you don't want them there, it's time to go. Look at players like Dele Alli, who were promising back when, 2 years ago. He's not doing what the coach wants. He doesn't fit. So he's not good enough. And maybe it's time to go. And I've always said this. These English midfielders are outdated. The Frank Lampards, Steven Gerrards, Paul Scholes, Michael Carricks of the world does not work in the modern era right now any longer. That was then. Now football has changed. You need players who are able to be creative and able to kind of still have pace, track back, still be able to pick the ball off defenders and still score at the same time. Players like Havertz, you see that. Players like De Bruyne, you see that. You see, those are the type of players like James Rodriguez. That's the type of midfielder that is successful in today's game. The likes of Paul Scholes, it can't work anymore. So that's why Mason Mount for me is that outdated midfielder. Those type of midfielders only work in a system where they just have one thing to do and that's it. They're not versatile enough anymore. So personally, I do not want to see Mason Mount starting for Chelsea. He can come off on the bench, because people said that I said I want him out the club, but he can come off the bench. It's fine. I'll heed to that. But that's the best for me, right? Moving on. I feel like I've spoken enough about the players that I have problems with, issues with. I know Ross Barkley, he went on loan. I'm not particularly happy about that. I feel like Loftus-Cheek should have gone on loan just because of the injury he's had. So, yeah. And I've almost heeded that these guys don't want Werner to score. How many 2-on-1 opportunities have we had against teams and they don't make the final ball to Werner? I don't know why. Mason Mount had it. Barkley, who else? Loftus-Cheek. Werner could at least have 5 goals right now if it wasn't for those Chelsea players letting him down with the final ball. I don't know what else we're supposed to do. Kai Havertz can't be in those positions all the time carrying the team. So something needs to be done about that midfielder. I don't really have a problem with Kovacic and Kante. I feel like they can't really do much right now. It's more of, for me, Mason Mount. I don't understand what needs to be done about that. Yeah. So moving on to my last issue that I have right now, Frank Lampard. We need to be honest with ourselves. Personally, I'm not part of the Lampard out crew or the Lampard out gang. No, I support my manager, and right now I'm backing Lampard. But some of the decisions he's making have to be questionable. Like, I'm sorry, any basic footballer can see that the decisions being made by Frank Lampard right now are killing our club. First of all, why did he play Kepa? Why? There was no need to play Kepa. We've seen it We've heard it. Like, we've lived through it now. All we saw was pain when Kepa was in the goals. Like, I just don't understand why he starts. Or why he started. I know Mendy's here now, but why did he even start in the beginning? Why? Tell me, please. Explain to me why. I don't know. Alonso, why is he still starting? At least if you're going to start him, play him in a back five. Because that's the only way he can be effective as a left wing back. Not as a left back. He's not an Ashley Cole. He's not. Why was Thiago Silva made captain? That's decision number 2 I have an issue with. I get that he's a natural born leader, as so he says. But you can't speak English. How? Imagine the captain of a ship trying to tell everyone on the ship what to do, and he doesn't speak the same language. How does that work? Imagine your CEO at your company where you work trying to tell you guys in a board meeting what to do and how to do it and to direct you guys in a board meeting or during a presentation, trying to like explain things, and he can't speak the language. How does that work? Where, like, please, bro, somebody explain this to me. Like, we were giving Manchester United banter for making Harry Maguire captain as soon as he stepped in. But why is Thiago Silva, someone who can't speak the language, being made captain in his first start for the season? Any person with a brain knows that's a bad idea. I don't understand. Someone explain it to me. Our captain is perfectly healthy on the bench. Like, there's other players as well that you could choose. Jorginho, our vice captain, he's been playing. Why? Why? Explain to me, Lampard, please. I don't know. Someone tell me why Thiago Silva was made captain. I really don't know. I don't understand, and I'll never understand. Thirdly, why is Frank Lampard playing Mount the way he's playing? Like, he's playing 5 different positions. Like, I don't understand. 90 minutes. Everyone else is supposedly not ready for starting, but Lampard, I'm telling this guy, Mason Mount will get you fired. And I don't want to see a club legend go out like that. I like Frank Lampard. The football we were playing last season was really good football attacking wise, and I really liked the way we were playing. We were scoring a lot of goals, hence players like Tammy Abraham got so many goals because of the football we were playing up front. Obviously the defensive errors were the ones that were killing us. But right now it's like, I can't even say which area is better, which area is worse, because defensively, poor. Offensively, there's no like proper structure, proper formation. Like, it doesn't matter which players are there, the system should still be there. Like, dude, against West Brom, we ended up playing like a 3 or 2-5, a 2-2-5, or a 3-4-5. Like, what is going on with Frank Lampard? And what is he doing arguing with Mourinho on the pitch? Like, last season, he was arguing with Jurgen Klopp. Now he's arguing with Mourinho. Like, what are you doing, mate? Like, these guys are your seniors, first of all. Second of all, you're a novice in the Premier League. What are you doing on the touchline arguing with coaches? Like, bro, you gotta keep a cool head. You're Frank Lampard, bro. You're Frank. I can't believe I'm the one who has to say this. You're Frank Lampard. You're Frank Lampard. The guy that won the Champions League for Chelsea. The guy that's been one of the best midfielders in the world. One of the best midfielders in the Premier League ever. Like, I can't even explain how much of a great player you were, and a great captain and a great legend in football, not even for Chelsea, just in football in general. You're Frank Lampard, mate. Why are you arguing with Jose Mourinho on the side of the pitch, bruh? Focus on the game. Focus on the game. Focus on your players. Watch the footage. See who's doing what and who's doing right and who's doing wrong and why? Tell me. I don't understand. Like, I don't know if the job is too much for him. I don't want to say that. I still want to stand behind my manager. I love Frank Lampard, and I think he has a vision of what he wants at Chelsea, but right now it's not coming together. The decisions he's making and the players as well, I feel, are letting him down, because we can't just blame the coach. Yes, he is the head, but the players are letting him down right now. So I don't want to be too hard on him. I just want him to remember that he's Frank Lampard. And with that being said, I think he's more than capable of doing this job. We're capable of closing the gap. Liverpool right now, I agree, are playing amazing. But we can close that gap. We have the players now. We have the tools. And I just want to say that I really want to give it time. But we're being tortured as a fan base. This is torture right now. And I just pray that we could somehow bring back the old Chelsea where you know that the players are going to leave everything on the pitch. Everything. And I hope that Frank Lampard, can come back to being a cool, calm-headed person, even in high-pressure situations. Because as a coach, you have to embrace the pressure. You have to embrace it. The pressure is always going to be there. This is a big job. And I understand that he's still a novice in coaching and all of that, the experience, whatever. But we've seen coaches who are able to do it. And I'm sure Frank Lampard is also able to do it. I just pray to God that he could somehow keep a cool head through all this and embrace the pressure and instill the policy that he wants from the players. I hope the players listen to him as well. And I just hope everything gets sorted out, because we're 4 or 5 games in now and we really have nothing to show for it. To be honest, nothing. And I don't want the halfway through the season him being fired, or halfway through the season we're not even in the top 4. Like, we're already out of the Carabao Cup against a weak Tottenham who started Bergwijn and who's the Argentinian guy? I don't even remember his name. At striker, no Kane, no Son, and no the Brazilian guy, Lucas Moura. Yeah, literally, that's who we lost to. And that was just the epitome of Chelsea right now as a football club. And I just want things to change. I'm praying, I'm praying that things are changing. And, we have a tough game this weekend. Crystal Palace will not go down without a fight. I'm telling you, Zaha is coming for us. He's coming. Jordan Ayew's coming. You think they're going to be chilling? Nah. Those guys can smell blood. And you saw that against Manchester United. You saw what they did to Manchester United, and they're very capable of doing it right now, because Chelsea seems out of sorts. So we better be ready to put up a fight, to put up a big performance, because it's going to be a tough game. Trust me. Crystal Palace is one of our toughest games. We always struggle against Crystal Palace. So I'm hoping the boys can come through with it, because we don't want to be Banter FC right now. And that's what it's looking like right now. Everyone is shouting Frank Lampard is questionable, Frank Lampard out. I'm not with that personally. I want us to give him time, and let's hope for the best. So yeah, it's been a bad season, but I hope that we could come back stronger. So yeah, guys, I hope you guys as well, can still see a little bit of positive from all the bad that's been happening at Chelsea Football Club. And just stay tuned. I'm going to start posting more videos again. Stay tuned for the content. We're going to be doing a video after the Palace game. I've also got a dope interview coming up with an up-and-coming football player as well, South African. So look out for those videos. It's going to be a really, really interesting interview. So stay tuned, guys. And let's go Chelsea. Hopefully, I'm praying.